Hey, what's up, turtles? It's Krik here with Blackout Outdoors. Today I'm going to be doing a review of this pack I've been using for well over a year now, and this is the Hazard 4 Second Front. I think around September of 2013 I did a preview of this bag after I've been using it for a little bit, but I wanted to do, come back and check in on it to give you my impressions of after I've been using this for well over a year. Some of the general specs before I get into the review of this pack, the general specs are, it's $189.99 retail. Pretty expensive, and you're really not going to find too much cheaper. I think $180 is the cheapest I've been able to find that, depending. Besides that, 1000D Cordura constructed out of, and roughly it's about 20 liters in the main pack body. So those are just the general features of the bag. Now I want to bring the camera in and sort of talk about some of the things I like and do not like about this pack. Now this isn't going to be really in-depth about all the features of this pack. There's a video, like I said, I've already done. You can check that out if you're super interested to see the ins and outs of this pack. Starting off with some of the features I like about this. We'll start at the bottom. We have these two straps. Right here, right here. And right now I have my ground tarp, and this is pretty much where this ground tarp stays all the time on this pack. This is my day pack. I use it all the time, use it a lot. You've seen in a lot of videos. I really like this feature on packs. It keeps my ground tarp underneath this. It provides some protection when I'm sitting it on the wet ground. Even though this bag is coated with some water repellent coating, it's nice to have this little extra feature, extra protection, if you will. It'll definitely fit, these straps will definitely fit a blanket, but this pack does not carry that weight well. I've had the old military green wool blanket you might have seen in some videos. I had that under here, strapped under here, and this bag was just really not comfortable for carrying that type of weight hanging off the bottom. With that being said, as the ground tarp, I really like these two straps down here. Another feature I really like on the side right here. This slip pocket or slide pocket, if you will, right here. And in there I just have my stool, which I've been carrying for months now and using it. I plan to do a video on this sooner than later, but I wanted to test it out. Anyways, this is a small little compact stool. It's really nice to have this slip pocket on one side of the bag. Really nice. I've even carried small axe hatchet in here. We have this molly webbing on the side here, or this webbing, and I have a gear tie, which these things are really awesome, really great. It allows you just to slip this down on the side here, and then you can just attach it a little bit more securely. And yes, there is a compression strap up here, but having this gear tie down a little bit lower definitely keeps us a little bit snugger, more snug to the pack. So having this slip pocket on the side I really like. And I'm not really crazy into attaching or strapping a lot of things to the outside of my bag, because you see there's webbing all over this. Oops, there's webbing all over this. And for me personally, I really don't care for it because I don't like having too much hanging from the outside of my pack. So I could do away with all this. Really not into tactical bags. The reason why I'm using tactical bags is because I like the thicker material. This molded back panel, form back panel is really nice. There is no stay in here. See, there's some bend to it, but having this rigidity being brought to you to the pack with this is very nice. Definitely appreciate that this is on the pack. That might be all the things I really like about this pack, besides its overall size, shape, and that. So some of my discrepancies now, or some things I might not be super fond of in general, and I'm gonna just put the pack on to show you and to give you a better little size of what it looks like. And my discrepancy, with this pack is not limited to this pack. It pretty much stands true to all the tactical packs I've been using. Hip belt. I love that there's a hip belt on this pack. What I don't like is that this is just such a pain sometimes to get this really cinched tight. I don't know if it's the buckles, but either way, it's just really not user-friendly. And it's nothing that's super, a high expectation I have from a pack to be able to cinch this hip belt really tight. Because all my other hiking packs, super user-friendly, super easy to cinch down tight. And that's not just restricted to the hip belt, it's with all the other straps as well in this pack. They're just really not that easy to use. And this has been used for over a year and it still hasn't really worn in, which maybe I was expecting it to, but it hasn't. So that stands true for the hip belt. Even these straps on the bottom, which I touched on at first, still aren't that easy to cinch down. And like I said, this isn't limited to just this Hazard 4-pack. All the other tactical bags, it's been a theme with them, is just these straps being able to cinch things down. It's just really not a smooth action. I don't know why. On this price point, $190 this pack, I'd expect that. I really would. Not a deal breaker, but definitely an annoyance. The next thing I want to talk about is the admin panel. And this is the actual backpack version of their sling bag. I believe it's a switchback. Basically, when it's on you, you can sling it open, or sling it to the side, excuse me, and open the admin panel while you're still wearing it. And then it opens up as such. And I never use this like this. The only thing I'm really grabbing when I'm on the move is my water bottle. I don't need the admin panel to be oriented this way. It's kind of goofy being oriented this way, because if it's on the ground naturally, I'm going to sit my bag down like this, right? But to get in to use the admin panel, I'm going to then have to rotate it while it's on the ground. And if it's wet, I don't want to have my whole this much contact with the wet ground just to get into the admin panel, as opposed if it was oriented this way. Now this would sort of decrease potentially the organization in this by orienting it up towards me, but nonetheless it works. Just nitpicking, but that orientation, like I said, you can see if I sit it up, the orientation this way, I'm not really fond of it being like that. I do have some things tucked away in here. Not really going to go into too much detail about this pack, feature-wise. Load lifter straps right here. Again, same issue. Just really not a smooth action. You know, like I'm putting a lot of pressure on this, and it just does not want to release. I'm not sure why, but it's just, you know, sort of an annoyance for me personally, is not having sort of features be really user-friendly and have smooth actions like I'm accustomed to on my more dedicated hiking or trekking packs. I think that's basically, you know, what I want to touch on for this video. The bag's held up great. No sort of issues with its construction, durability. It's 1000D Cordura. You know, come on, that stuff's like super thick. I would not expect anything to go wrong with the construction of this bag. But it was kind of reassuring to me that when I first did this preview, sort of some impressions I had that I might run into and might not like about the pack, pretty much everything was spot on with how I felt about this pack. And that's just, a lot of it has to do with how I'm using the pack, my specific ways I'm in the forest, things I use, equipment I use, how I use them. You know, like I said, kind of made me feel good that I can sort of judge a pack feature-wise if I'm going to like it or not. With that being said, it's a great pack. Excuse me for a moment. Take a sip of some Old Joe. You know, it's a $190 pack. It should be well designed and well constructed. Would I buy this again? Well, I didn't even buy it the first time, so I think Stony did. But either way, I really haven't found too many packs this size with these sort of features to replace this. And yes, we like gear, we test gear, we use gear a lot, but we're in the forest a lot. So I get very sort of specific and nitpicky on the equipment I use because I'm in the forest a lot. I use packs for work, carrying a pack every single day on my back all day for work, multiple field seasons. We're in the forest a lot now with Black Owl. So I know what I like, I know how I use things, and I'm very picky, but the point I'm trying to get at is that if you know of any companies that have sort of the design features of this, a slip pocket on the side, a water bottle pocket on the side, which I do like. I definitely like a water bottle pocket on the side. If you know of any companies that are selling a pack that sort of has like this, and not in a soft sort of, you know, old school rock like a Frost River or a Duluth pack, not in that style, because I do like the more modern sort of technologies, materials, hip belt and all that. If you know of anything like that, please let me know. Leave a comment. I know I'm sort of rambling right now, but I've been really looking for a pack to replace this, but I still haven't found it. So if you know of any, let me know. Always looking out for new gear to suit my needs specifically. So if you have any questions about this pack, anything I didn't touch on or anything you're curious about, let me know. Leave a comment. Let me know what you thought about the video. Hope you enjoyed it. This is Krik signing out with Black Outdoors. Later, turtles.